Okay, so today we're going to look at, I'm going to give you a graph, and you need to write the equation in slope-intercept form from the graph. So remember, our equation always starts in the form y equals mx plus b. Is my y or my x ever going to change? Do y and x ever change?
No.
No. So whenever I write my equation, I'm always going to have y equals an x. Okay? First thing I want to look at is, where does my line cross the y-axis? At what point does it cross my y-axis? So when I'm looking at this line, what is the point where it crosses the y-axis?
From 1, 1.
Well, where's the y-axis at? Is this the y-axis? Up here. So it's at 3, right? So I would write that as plus 3 at the end. That would be my b. Remember when I had to find my b and my m? So now from this point, I can find my slope. So is this a negative or a positive line? It's a negative line because it's going down. So starting from this point, I go 1, 2 over 1. So do you agree my slope is a negative 2 over 1? So when I write my equation, I would have a negative 2 over 1x plus 3. Okay, let's try a second one. So what is my b equal to? Where does it cross the y-axis at?
Negative 1, 1. No, negative 1, 0.
Just negative 1. That's all I need. I don't need to worry about the zero ordered pair. Okay? So from here, I can find my slope. So I can go up or down. I'm going to go down. So 1, 2, 3. So my top number is going to be a 3. And then I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it a positive or negative slope?
Positive. Negative.
Negative, because it's going down. So now I need to write my equation from that. So I have y equal to what?
Negative 3/4.
Negative 3/4.
Plus negative 4.
What am I forgetting after it? The x. And then I can either do plus a negative 1, or I can just do negative 1. Either way. Questions? There's a few confused looks. Okay, so let's try number 3. So first thing I want to come up with is my m and my b. So my b, remember, is that point where it crosses the y-axis. So I'm looking at my y-axis. What point does that cross it?
Negative 1.
Negative 1. Does everyone see how I'm getting that?
Yeah.
Okay, so b is negative 1. From this point, I'm either going to this point or this point to come up with my slope. So just like you started finding slope, you did all the counting of the up and over, down and over. So here I'm going to go down 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be 1 over 4. Positive or negative slope?
Negative.
Negative slope. Everyone see how I got the slope on that one? Okay, so now I'm plugging it into my equation. Remember, my equation is the y equals mx plus b. Well, I don't have a y, so I'm keeping a y. I do have an m at a negative 1/4. Keep my x, because that does not change. And then minus 1, or I can do a plus a negative 1. Either way. Make a little more sense? Alright, let's try number 4. M equals B equals. What is my B going to equal?
4.
Negative 4. What is my slope?
3 and then over 2.
So up 3 over 2. Positive or a negative? It's a negative. Look at my line. It's going down. So how am I going to write my equation?
Y equals, M,
Well, I know what my m is. What is my m?
negative 3, 2.
Negative 3 over 2 x
Plus negative 4.
plus a negative 4. Okay? Okay, I want you to take out a piece of paper or write in your assignment notebook, just a little scratch paper. I want you to come up with the equations for numbers 5 and 6. So just someplace you got a little piece of scratch paper. Give you a couple minutes to try 5 and 6. On the bottom of your assignment, I should say. Doesn't take a lot of room to write it.
Wait, can you
Okay, so on number 5, easy thing to identify first is your y-intercept, or my b. So what is my y-intercept?
negative 2?
-2. Any questions on how we got that? Everyone got it?
Yeah.
Alright, what is my slope?
2 over 1.
-2/1. So starting from this point, I can either go up 2 and over 1, or I can go down 2 and over 1. Either way, it's still negative because it's a negative line. So now how do I write my equation?
Y equals negative 2 over 1 x plus negative 2.
Plus a -2, or you can say -2 there. Okay? You don't solve it. You're just writing the equation. Because how could you solve it? You're already given the graph of it. There's nothing else you can do with it. Because if you're already giving me the m and the b here, then you've done everything. Alright, so number 6. What is my b equal to? 2. What is my m equal to? Careful. Going from here, and I'm going up how many? Up 2 over 1.
Oh, I did over 1 plus 2.
You gotta go up 2 over 1. Okay? So my equation is what?
Y equals positive 2 over 1 x
Plus 2. Okay? You could also see it this way, because most of the time when they're giving you an equation, if it's a whole number, they're not going to put that 1 underneath it. So when you're writing the equation, if you don't put the 1 under it, I'm okay with it. When you're identifying slope, though, I want you to have it, so that way you remember if you have to graph it to go over that 1.
Was there an assignment today?
Yes.
Is it long?
No. Any questions? Okay.